Guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well as can be in the situation that we're in. Leicester picking up a point yesterday has just made the impossible even more impossible, but you know, we have to move forward, and we're going to do that by looking at potential manager for next season. So there's been a lot of rumours circulating online, and bookies odds have been moving around and stuff, and I know that's not everything to go by, but you know, it certainly sometimes has some traction. Currently in the betting market, Sam Allardyce is the 11-4 favourite, and then you've got Brendan Rodgers at 7-1, Graham Potter's 11-1, Ralph Hasenhüttl 14-1. Then further down the list, you've got people like Benitez and the same old names that get thrown around that you can almost just like disregard. But so we'll start off by talking about Sam Allardyce. First of all, would any of you want Sam Allardyce to stay in charge? Let me know in the comment section below if you want Sam Allardyce. For me, I've got no dramas with Sam Allardyce. Like, he's been thrown in onto a sinking ship, and had things gone a bit differently against Newcastle, we might be all right. We might have been all right this season, and he might have got his job done. But moving forward, I think we just need a fresh start. And I don't think having Sam Allardyce is the right move for us. In the Championship, his style of play is suited for a relegation dogfight, right? But we want the ball on the floor, don't we? We want to be playing expansive football, and you know, we're never going to be able to emulate the Bielsa days, but it'd be nice to have a manager who looks to get the ball down and play. Like I said, no dramas with Sam Allardyce. He had an impossible job, and it was worth, in my opinion, it was worth rolling the dice, so to say, because under Glacier was going down anyway. But for me, he's 11-4 favourite just because he's the current manager. I don't think 49ers would want him. I don't think Rads would want him, and I just can't see Sam Allardyce being our manager next season. Brendan Rodgers. Now, I could see it happening. I could see Brendan Rodgers being... I can just imagine Brendan Rodgers being the Leeds manager next season, even if we're in the Championship. I don't think there'll be a whole host of clubs after Rodgers. I could be wrong. He may look to give it a few months and see if any teams get off to a slow start and want to change. He may look to... see if he can jump into a Prem job halfway through the season, but I don't think he walks into another job easily, and I think I can see him coming to Leeds, and the 49ers, who look like they're going to be owning us next season with Rads leaving, thank God. I think they would want a big name to get us back up. Whether that's right or wrong for the club, you know, again, let me know in the comments below. Personally, I wouldn't really want Rodgers. I'd prefer a younger manager with a bit more of a proven track record in the Championship. But I could see Rodgers happening. I think that could potentially happen. Graham Potter. Now, if we was to beat Tottenham, Everton lose, Leicester lose, whatever, you know, I saw something earlier, there's 27 different scenarios where Leeds, with Leeds, Everton and Leicester playing, and in only 3 of them we stay up or something. It's madness. But if we was to stay up, I could see the 49ers going for Graham Potter, which I would be all for. I think Potter's a brilliant manager. I focus on his career at Brighton rather than Chelsea, and I would absolutely love Potter. So if we could change it, you know, if we could perform a miracle final day of the season, I mean, I'd love Potter. And is it a potential? I don't know. I think it'd be unlikely that Potter would come to Leeds, unless he was given some guarantees and a lot of money to spend, maybe. And I think really Potter's he's done his hard graft at the bottom of the league, and I think he moved to Chelsea for a reason, because he feels that that's where he should be managing, at Champions League level, top of the Premier League level. Well, it didn't quite work out like that, but I think that's what he would have been hoping for. So I can't see Potter coming to Leeds, so I think we could rule that one out. And regardless, anyway, it's 99% sure we're going down. So he definitely wouldn't manage us in the Championship. Another name on the list that keeps getting thrown around is, like before, is Carlos Corberán, currently of West Brom. You know, he was our target after Marsh went. I think he was the first person we spoke to, was he not? And we just couldn't give him guarantees beyond the end of the season, I believe, and that's why he decided to stay at West Brom. And now I was getting relegated to the Championship. It kind of would make sense to go for him. He knows the Bielsa system. Obviously, he was our assistant manager under Bielsa. He knows the Championship inside out as well. And he had a good second half of the season with West Brom. And had they have got him in sooner, he probably would have got them in the playoffs. They narrowly missed out. I'd be happy with Carlos Corberán. Although it's got like a bit of a stigma attached to it that we're just going back to the past again, and I feel like this whole club just needs a reset from top to bottom. Owners, managers, players just need a complete reset. So if we got Corberán, I'd be quite happy, but at the same time I'd be a bit sceptical that I just wanted a completely fresh start, complete new faces in the building. But yeah, I could see that happening. So far I can see Rodgers potentially happening, and I can see Corberán potentially happening. Other names on the list: Ralph Hasenhüttl, no thank you. Benitez, no thank you. Lee Bowyer, no thank you. Then you have the standard Steven Gerrard and all that. That's not going to happen. I think the only realistic names I've heard so far that could happen is probably Rodgers and Corberán. And Sam Allardyce is the favourite for a reason. I feel like I'd be quite disappointed if we went into the Championship with Sam Allardyce. Would he take us back up? I don't know. I just want to enjoy watching Leeds again. Like, you know, we spent so long just like wanting to win a game of football. We haven't cared how. That Allardyce was perfect for that. But you know, this is a team we watch week in, week out, and especially in the Championship, like midweek Saturday. I want to enjoy it again, you know. And I know we're never going to get Bielsa's style of play back, but I feel like there is managers out there who play expansive passing football who could get us out of the Championship. Russell Martin, obviously of Swansea, he's heavily linked with Southampton, and Michael Carrick. I know people won't like that because of the scum links, but Middlesbrough played some terrific football this season, and I just feel. I feel like he would do well at Leeds if we could look beyond the Man United days. I feel like he could do well at Leeds, but we need to act quick. You know, there's so much that needs to be done. The recruitment, the ownership, director of football, manager, everything at this club needs a complete reset. You know, this is a factory reset on a PC. You know, but it needs to happen quick because the Championship starts very soon. Before you know it, May and June have gone, and you know the fixtures are out, and other teams are acting quickly. Southampton, the only benefit for them of being relegated so early on is they've had an extra 2 weeks to prepare on us. All the teams in the Championship season finished a while ago now. They've all been preparing for next season. You know, we haven't even got a director of football in place. We don't know who's going to own us, manage us, don't know who's going to be here. We've got so many players to come and go, regardless of what division we're in. So I think we need to start acting quick and start having some conversations. And Russell Martin would be a good candidate to be our next manager. He played some lovely football at Swansea and Southampton. I've read some reports this morning that they're already pushing for him to be their next manager. So I just hope we don't get left behind and end up recruiting someone towards the end of June/July and it's another desperate plea, and we end up getting someone who we didn't really want, and that we just need to get our house in order. You know, we need to get things put in place so that we can have a quick return to the Premier League, or at least give ourselves the best opportunity to have a quick return to the Premier League. But yeah, let me know in the comments below who you would like as our next manager. Would you like Big Sam? If not, who do you think would be, you know, a good candidate to take us hopefully back to the Premier League? And that's it from me, guys. If you wouldn't mind like, commenting, and please subscribe, and there'll be another video out soon.